everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Bhagya and I'm a PG aspirant in India and I'm totally clueless just as you are. So today we're gonna talk about some of my thoughts about the Neet PG postponement and what am I thinking right now. I don't know if you really relate to it or not, but there are some things which I think I can share with you guys and help you guys. So without further ado, let's get started. Oh yeah, also this video I'm filming it without an actual mic because there was a small problem with it, and this I'm doing it for the second time because yesterday I didn't find it out and I have filmed the whole video and I talked my heart out in that, but unfortunately there was a lot of disturbance in the background, so I couldn't actually upload it. And today, since I'm doing it without a mic, there are possibilities that you might find out some of the petty disturbances in the background. So do bear with me. I just really want to talk this out with you guys, so that's why I'm making this video. If we think about it, exactly like 1 week before, on this day, we all of us might would have been like literally figuring it out, what are wrongs, what went wrong, what might be done in order to increase our scores, and we were all hell-bent and full on study mode. And then suddenly after 2 days there was this news that the exam is being postponed, and I'm sure it has triggered a lot of things in a lot of in almost all of us, I guess, because in me it has triggered that small anxiety which I kept on suppressing it for the whole 4 months, and suddenly figuring it out that it was all for nothing, that I have to wait for even 2 more months. I have to keep all of this all of my anxiety, all of my feelings, all of my life in a pause for 2 more months or 3 more months, or god knows for how many months. I really think that it's a tough task to actually get over it, and also we have already made our minds that Sunday is gonna be that day, the final decision taking day, and after that we can actually take a break, have some time for ourselves. But now, since we didn't have that particular day, that we have to go on with the same thing which we were doing for the last 4 months, I know it's pretty tough to get back without having any certainty of when the exam is going to be, and with all the discussions going on in all the groups, in every social media out there. So I thought, uh, what can we do, what can I do in order to cope up with that? So those are 4 or 5 things which I found out that I have to stop immediately, and I'm sharing with you guys, just a small talk, just a friendly small talk through this place, so that I can be some helpful to you too. So first thing, number one, is to get out of all those discussions, because I'm not saying that you have to get updated about all the stuff that is happening outside, about all the news that is happening, and and to vent out your frustration, but that it is not advisable. Like, I don't want any one of us to take that to a long time. Like, venting out for a day or two is really good, but venting out for or participating in all of those discussions like for 4 or 5 days and keeping ourselves constantly on a pressure, finding out that nothing is going good, nothing no one is being sensible in a lot of things. I'm generalizing it here. I think you get it, okay? Because I'm in no place to like specifically say that this is right and this is wrong. It's just my own um I how my approach is to this situation, and okay, well, I don't know. Now I feel like I'm just out of words. This isn't a planned or a scripted one, because whatever I thought I wanted to say, I said it yesterday in that video. And but anyway, so the first thing is to get out of all those discussions in any of the groups you are in, because it's not it doesn't have anything to do now. After like 5 days of information getting out, you don't have to like get involved in any of the discussions, and it's really time to get out of that and think of what can be done for the next thing to do. Number two, don't take long breaks. I know we always think about taking a break after a sudden change. Like we actually thought of taking a long break after Neet, but Neet didn't happen. And why I'm telling you to not to take a long break is that we were already in a studying spree, right? Like doing it for 8 or 9 hours. I'm sure everyone out there have been studying it for 8 or 9 hours every single day. And now after the postponement has given, it's quite natural that no one wants to study for 2 or more days because we don't know when the exam is going to be. And with that uncertainty, our brain just doesn't want to get into that tight packed routine again. But I would say that just try whatever you can and try to study for not if not for 8 or 9 hours, just for like 2 or 3 hours, because you don't want to get out of that routine. And because it's only a short time, like 1 to 3 days. It's just been 1 to 3 days since the decision has been taken, and I would say that it would be more easy to get back to the normal schedule now than later. So if you haven't gone back to studying, not even for an hour every single day, I would highly recommend that you do it. I wanted to do this video as soon as possible in order to tell you this exact point, that you have to get back to studying as early as possible, because we don't want to get out of that flow. Because since we have studied everything that we want to for that exact time, for 18th of April, I'm sure we have done all that we could do, and there was nothing else to do maybe. But there can be some of the weak points that we can actually think about it and give some more time. So get back to the routine. That's really important right now, and you have to do it as early as possible. Number three, there's a constant dilemma between all of us here, is whether to continue studying or whether to go out there and help all other people, because it's a crisis right now. And I would say that it's completely up to you. Do not make your decision because someone else is gonna judge you, because someone else is advising you to take up that, because someone else is saying that you are a doctor and you have to do it. No, it's completely up to you. You have to own your own decision. You do not have to be making it based on someone else. If you want to study, just go ahead and study. If you want to work, you go ahead and work. That's one thing which I told myself, because I was in a dilemma for almost like 2 days, and I was in a constant pressure, internal pressure about taking up the responsibility, because I have been staying at home for almost like 1.5 years now, and I wasn't in any of these work that had been done since the COVID was started. And I know I still feel guilty, but that doesn't mean that I shouldn't look after myself. COVID is not the only thing that's gonna be here, because in the future years, maybe for the next year or another, we don't know what comes out, and we have to be there in order to help people at that time also. So just do whatever you want to do. Like if you feel like studying at home, sitting down, don't want to go out, and you don't want to jeopardize your future just for 2 more months, just do it. Don't let anyone else influence what you want to do. And people are gonna judge you no matter what you do. If you're going to work out there, they're gonna judge you that you are not studying, that you don't want to do a PG. And if you're gonna stay at home, they're gonna judge you again. So why think about someone else who are gonna judge you for anything you might do? So I would say just stick on to whatever you decide and continue with that, and don't get don't sail on two boats at a single time. The next one is to make a routine. This is the same thing like I said before. We have already had a routine for the last 4 months, and now breaking from that is easy. Like breaking from a tight packed routine is very easy, but coming back to it is tough. And the biggest positive thing about making a routine is that you give your brain a set of commands that you have to do this thing at a certain point of time. Even though you might not do the whole thing for the whole day, you can actually sit down and try to do some of the things. Like yesterday I had to do a mini test and also some of the questions from a subject, but I was so lazy, I couldn't do it. But at least my brain was in a constant what do we say, the command which I gave the day before, that I have to do a mini test that day. My brain was constantly reminding me that I have to do it no matter how. So I gave it. So making a routine really helps you. It keeps you in check. It keeps you from drifting apart from your actual goal. So make a routine, write it down, not just make it in your brain. You have to write it down in order to command your brain on what to do. So do that. And last but not the least, give yourself some time. uh, for the past 4 months I have put everything in my life at pause. Like, I wasn't going out much. I did go out, but not much. I wasn't talking to my friends. I wasn't reading any book. I wasn't writing down my gratitude journal. I wasn't doing any self-care routine. It was like the only thing that mattered to me was studying and giving my whole time, the whole 24 hours of my time, to studying. And that that isn't a good thing. Even though I did that for the 4 months thinking that it would end someday, it didn't, and it prolonged to some more months. So I would say that give yourself some time. Our time everyday schedule is like, it's a marathon for us, right? It's not like a single sprint that we do it today and then we will be free tomorrow. It's a marathon that we are going to take here. So I would say that whenever you sit down, or whenever you wake up, think about one single thing which you can do every single day to stop your time, to slow your time for that part of the time which you're doing the thing. Like, make a hobby of doing something, like writing down or painting something, or just going for a walk, so that your time just slows down, like a slow hobby. It really helps you to declutter your mind, to clear my mind and get back onto studying. And also it gives you time for your brain to process whatever the uncertainties you're having in your brain. So that's it, guys, for today. I'm really sorry that I wasn't able to talk really well and really good. It's just that I have already drained all of my thoughts and that I'm just trying to talk that again. So hope you liked this video and hope it really helped you. If it did, do like, share and subscribe, and do click on the button down below so that you get a notification whenever I upload a video. And if you feel like you are alone and you couldn't actually get back to studying and you want someone, a company, in order to get back, I do live streams every single day, and from tomorrow I'm gonna do it from 8 o'clock to 8 o'clock, just as usual, and not just a small 5 or 6 hours thing. So do join me there. We have a group of people, just like 10 to 15 people who join me every single day and help me stay productive, and I'm sure you're gonna stay productive too. And also we have a small Telegram group in here where we talk about everything else but studying. It's just a small fun group where it helps you to like have some break time. So do join that. The links of all of that would be in the description below. And I have an Instagram channel, just so you know. I post some things randomly, and also the stories about my day, what I do on a daily basis. So do check that out. And do comment down below if this was helpful, or if you are thinking of doing something else, or if you have any suggestions to give me. I would be great. It would be great. I would be grateful for all of you to do that. And do share with your friends, and I hope it will go to more people, and it would like helpful to some of them. So have a good day, guys. Take care. Bye bye.